What is going on, guys? This is Versus All Gaming with my review of Horizon episode 24, and man, I cannot believe that we only have one more left before the anime is over. I've been with this series, since it first started, and now, with like only one episode left, I'm definitely sad to see it go, but I feel that, next week, it is definitely going to be good, because their preview, I'm definitely curious about this woman that they're showing, and so I'm thinking that right now, she is probably the true form of this mysterious woman that we have seen, so far, because we have seen her before, when she was like telling those kids that story about what Shiroe here did to the kids, and now we see her walking around, and doing this festival. So it's possible that she could be somebody in disguise, but I definitely feel like that she knows a lot more than she lets on. So I'm definitely wondering who she is, but I feel like that she certainly had the past with like Shiroe. But the episode, it starts off with, Shiroe and everybody else. They're trying to figure out, what's going on here, because all these altercations, we see on this map that there have been a lot of them. But, they just make no sense at all. And we see that, they're actually pinpointing out wherever something goes down. You just see, like, all the incidents all over the map, but at the same time, they have, like, nothing in common. It's just, so random and just so out of place that not even Shiroe himself, not even he could pinpoint, what's going on. And so eventually we go to the princess here, and I feel that her maids, they don't really like adventurers, because one of them was saying that if this right here, which is a banquet, to thank them, that they would have to not go through all their trouble. But she was saying that no matter what, the princess here, she cannot be rude at all. And so now she knows that Lord Marves, he's on his way, and this guy is just freaking creepy, but I'll get into that. But they were all saying that this is somebody that they cannot turn away. So this guy is clearly high in power, and even though he's so disgusting, they definitely have to respect him. And so now, like Shiroe, he's kind of going nuts here because he has no idea what's going on. And we have Minori who like facing her own battle, because like everybody's saying, she is the second Shiroe. She is definitely, she was a apprentice, because she following right in his footsteps, and she's definitely picking up on some of his habits. And so we see that, she's still doing all the paperwork, and she's trying to keep everything, organized here. And we also have Toya as well. Even he was like getting involved because Shiroe had the job for him. But, they really cannot tell anybody what's going on here, so they kind of had to be secretive. And so now we see that that Shiroe, he contacted Nasugo to keep an eye on like anything weird. Now, of course, they can have two people out here, spying, because clearly that makes things a lot awkward. So they have to keep their surveillance on the down low. And so Nasugo, while he's going around eating, because this guy is like a freaking glutton, he could devour anything. We see that, while he's going around, he definitely keeping an eye out on things. And we also have Nayanta as well. He was also spying, but the situation that he came across, it was definitely unique, because it was like all these couples, they were like fighting, and and we all know that because as people of the land, they're the ones that were like randomly breaking up, because we actually did see a lot of couples while the festival was going on. We saw a lot of people walking together holding hands, so clearly love was definitely in the air. But now it seems that all that love, it has now gone downhill. They were all arguing, so that right there was definitely a bit weird. And not only that, now when we see Toya, when he went to like his own battlefield, it was just this large crowd of people, and at the front line of it, we just saw so many angry customers, and it was just so freaking weird. And so now Minori, she was like thinking it as a battlefield where Toya was like at the front line, and we have the merchants and everybody else, they were like kind of like the healers. And we see at one point somebody comes in there and he just knocks over all the paperwork, and he makes a mess out of everything. And Minori here was saying that that the chaos, or like the like chaos is caused by the anger, like making like an accident should not bring chaos as long as you can work it out. I believe she like said something like that, but basically she was able to calm them down, and she kind of kept the flow going, because a battlefield is like a flow, you can't really read it, you have to become one with the flow and just go along with it till you win. And so that right there was like very important. And even I forgot his name, but he's the guy that like runs the merchant guild. He was saying that it's just like having Shiroe here, And of course, Minori definitely wants to be like Shiroe, but I feel that she should like change her goal and want to surpass him, because that right there will like truly make her character unique. If she can surpass the greatest mind in this series so far, that right there would just be awesome. Because she says that she wants to help him and and give him something. But clearly, her goal should be to surpass him, because I actually think that Minori, because she's so young and she's already picking up, Shiroe habits, and she clearly, smart for her age, it's possible that at some point she really can surpass him. And so now it's like everybody fighting their own battlefield, and we have, Shiroe here who's still trying to figure out, what kind of connection is going on here in these events, because clearly, they all make no sense. And then we have Isaac of the Black Sword, I think it was called. Yeah, of the Black Sword Knight. We have Isaac here, who actually overheard the person of the land talking about like the round table. They're like taking majority of the power from themselves, and that right there is just crap. So whatever's going on, whoever like leading this attack, they want to bring down the round table by destroying their reputation, and that right there is so dirty and low. It's kind of crazy that they actually managed to get all the people to actually go along with this plan. And so of course once Isaac came in there, the guy became a coward, just ran off. It's like that right there what people do. But we see now that after Shiroe heard about the incident where they got these large amount of pizzas that like nobody ordered, and I believe that the cockroaches that would like run amok or something, he kind of just lost it, because he was saying that these right here were the enemies that he absolutely hated, and it was just so freaking hilarious to see him snap for once, because it was definitely funny. And so now we have Shiroe, like still trying to figure out what's going on, but we see that that Sojiro, he actually appeared, and we see that he had went to the place where they could have all those cakes, and because they kept bringing out more cakes for him, he kept bringing in more of his fangirls, and eventually he was able to beat that woman, and she had no more cakes to give them. And so that part right there was like really hilarious. But if you imagine how the people look when Shiroe had those two girls, can you imagine the kind of look they were giving Sojiro when he had so many? But that woman, whoever like ran that business, I don't know why she was so salty and jealous, but she definitely was. And that right there was like really funny to me. But we see now that thanks to this, Shiroe actually now has a counter plan, where we see that he actually wants to use Sojiro and his fangirls to his advantage. And so now we actually go back to the ball for a bit, and we see now that Lord Marves, he had finally arrived, and not only that, but he had these adventurers, working as his bodyguard. And we see now that, when one of the adventurers, tried to get close to him, to offer him a drink, one of his bodyguards here actually sends him back. And and of course nobody liked that, but the adventurer here, he was like fine with it. But everybody got insanely pissed when Lord Marves here had went up to the princess and was like sniffing her hair. Like, this guy is so disgusting and so creepy. I would not be upset if the adventurers just went all out and just killed this guy, because he has it coming for being such a creep. But now he was saying that he had sent some paperwork to them, but apparently the princess never saw it, or possible that she forgot it. But clearly something went wrong here. But we actually go to Shiroe now, where he actually have Sojiro out on patrolling, and he has these like squad of his fangirls go with him and like in a group date. And so because of that, because of these girls are surrounding the people of the land, they wouldn't cause problem with all these cute girls around, because we see that the girls, they're kind of like fooling with them. And because these girls are so in love with Sojiro, they can also help with the love problem that's going on right now, so they're able to solve that. But now we see that somebody had contacted Shiroe, because clearly something's going down, and he needs to go take care of it. And we see that he left Nayanta involved. But now we have Lord Marves, who's still been a major prick, and the princess here, which is going to apologize to him, because clearly what happened, it definitely was a mistake, and she did not want anything to escalate from that. But now we see that Shiroe, he has now appeared, and he actually planned on taking the princess somewhere. And I do feel like that he could kind of sense that like something was going down, and it possibly wouldn't lead to a good thing. So that's why he kind of like getting involved. But he actually planned on taking the princess away, and I'm pretty sure Lord Marves here is definitely not going to appreciate that. But overall, the episode, it was actually pretty good to me. It was definitely funny. It's hilarious, how Shiroe countered, the people of the land with like Sojiro and his fangirls. That right there had me dying. But once again, Shiroe brain trumps all, because this guy, no matter what he has to do, he will always solve any problem. But next week it's the series finale, and I am going to mention anime a lot, so that review is going to be, up as soon as possible. But as always, please do not forget to like the video and subscribe. I would love to hear what you thought about the episode, because to me, like I said, it was funny and really good. But as always, you guys take it easy, and I will see you all next time.